Let me start by saying a big welcome to 5 ways that teaching face yoga can positively boost your freedom, your finance, and your fun. So, what I want to get started with is just telling you a little bit about what face yoga is. Now, I'm sure many of you already know, but it's always nice just to go back to basics and just start from the beginning. So, the Danielle Collins Face Yoga method, which I've been teaching almost 20 years now, is a natural and holistic way of looking and feeling the best version of yourself. So, it has 5 main aspects to it, and I think they're all equally important actually. And the first one is the facial exercise, and that's about strengthening and toning the muscles in the skin. The second one is the facial massage. So this is more about circulation, it's about helping the lymphatic system, about releasing tension. The third aspect is facial acupressure. So my method is very much rooted in the new science that we know about the face and the skin, but also very much combined with the traditional. So I draw a lot from traditional Chinese medicine and from Ayurveda, and my first love and where I really started my journey was with yoga. So I draw a lot from yoga as well, and lots of other different modalities. And acupressure is about applying pressure to certain points in the face, which has so many benefits for our health and well-being, but also from an aesthetic point of view as well. The fourth aspect is the facial relaxation. So some muscles we need to really lift and strengthen, and there's other muscles which we need to really relax and release a lot of the tension with. And then the fifth aspect, which is probably my favorite, I know I said they're all pretty equal, but probably my favorite is the well-being, because I think without the well-being aspect, none of the rest of them have the results that we want. And well-being is really about our mind, our body, our base, and our soul. And everything I teach is very holistic. I'm often talking about breathing techniques. I'm often talking about nutrition and sleep and mental health and wellness techniques, and all of this, everything is so connected and so combined. And if you do decide to do the teaching training course, you'll see that it's got this well-being and wellness and holistic way all the way through it. It's like this strand that runs through every single module, that runs through every single video, because I'm so passionate about how we feel on the inside really radiates on the outside. Okay, someone's asking, I'd like to confirm that I'm muted, so I can't find the mute or video button. Yes, everyone is muted. I can't see or hear anyone. I've set it up like that just so it's easier, so please do not worry. Okay, so what can face yoga do for you? So let's talk about the benefits it's going to have for you. And then if you're teaching face yoga, these are the benefits that your customers and clients are going to have as well. So face yoga is a positive and holistic way to lift and tone your face muscles, reduce and prevent lines and wrinkles. It's very good for helping your skin to look healthier and more glowing. It's great for smoothing your skin, really beneficial for reducing tension in our face. We really work on posture as well and improving the posture. Face yoga is really good for calming the mind, and it's very much about improving self-love and about empowering you. So as well as that wellness holistic aspect that runs all the way through everything I teach, through the teacher training course and through everything else that I offer you, this empowerment aspect is there as well. So I'm going to talk a little bit more about that to you. So just so you understand the philosophy behind all of this, because I'm going to give you so many great tips today for teaching and for business, and tell you lots at the end about the teacher training course as well. But I find it's really helpful for you to understand the philosophy behind all of it too. And just a little taster, a little teaser, what I'm actually offering with the teacher training course just for this week only, so just until Tuesday next week, and I've never ever done this before, is if you get any of the teacher training courses we offer, so there's all different options you can go for. If you buy any of the teacher training courses between now and next Tuesday, Next Tuesday evening, I am going to be doing a group Zoom coaching call, which is like an introductory call, which is going to tell you how to get the most out of the course. I'm going to give you marketing tips. I'm going to tell you how to be an exceptional teacher. I'll be able to see you and hear you as well, unlike today. So it'll be really interactive, and I'll be able to help you with really specific things you want to talk about as well. So that is a little bonus which I've never ever offered before, but I'm just going to offer it for you guys that are doing this webinar. So Marie will put the link in the chat. I'll tell you more about it later, but in case any of you just absolutely dying to get that offer, want to get the teacher training now, you can just go and get that now, and you'll get that call with me as part of a group next week on Tuesday. So let's go back to the philosophy. Face yoga isn't about hating our wrinkles. It's not about fighting against aging, and it's definitely not about criticizing our face. And I really believe deep in my heart and deep in my soul, and any of you that know the way that I teach, it's very much from a soul purpose, and it's very much from a heart-centered place, is that every year we age is a privilege. And we have to remember that it's a privilege that many people don't have. And that's why I just think life is too short to go about hating our face or hating our wrinkles. I think what face yoga is about, and this is what I teach every day, is about empowering ourselves by learning how to use our own hands to lift our face, to smooth our face, to energize our face, relax our face naturally. There's nothing wrong with saying, I want to have a smoother face, a more lifted face, a more relaxed face, a more energized face. But when we come to that from a place of empowerment, from a place of gratitude, and from a place of positivity, that's very different from doing face yoga from a place of hating our wrinkles or fighting aging or wanting to be anti-aging in some way. And I know from personal experience, and also with the millions of people I've worked with over 2 decades, that when we do come to it from a place of gratitude and love and empowerment, the results we get for our face are much, much quicker and much, much more effective. So you can look and feel healthy, glowing and radiant for the age that you are with face yoga. And that's the other side of it. I'm nearly 43 and I'm not trying to look 23. What I want to do is to look and feel healthy, glowing and radiant for nearly 43. And that's the philosophy that's all the way through the teacher training course, and what I'd love you to be able to pass on to anyone you teach as well. Somebody is saying that the voice is quite low here. Is everybody else finding that as well? Can you hear me okay? If you could just let me know if it sounds loud enough for you, because I don't know if it's from my end or not. So face yoga is truly a holistic approach for face, mind, body and soul. Okay, so everyone is saying good, good, good. You can hear me great. That's amazing. Okay, thank you, thank you. I really appreciate it. A couple of people are saying low. Maybe if you can turn it up on your device, that might help a little bit. I don't think there's much I can do from this end in terms of turning it up. So hopefully you can turn it up your end. So how did I start face yoga? Now, let me know. Have you heard my story about how I started face yoga before? Just give me a yes or a no, whether you've heard my story before, and I will let you know. Some people are yes, some people are no. So let me tell you a little bit about why I started face yoga. So 21 years ago, I was age 21. I just left university. I'd done my degree in education. I always knew I wanted to teach. I thought it would be in schools. I would have never guessed it would have been what I do now. And I got a very chronic illness, and it was an autoimmune illness called ME. It left me housebound, it left me bedridden, it left me with pretty much no solution. Doctors didn't know what to do for me, and I wasn't able to go anywhere or do anything for the good part of a year. And I definitely wasn't into anything holistic, anything yoga, anything natural, anything like that. It was pretty unhealthy, to be honest with you. But I started off doing a little bit of yoga just at home, stretching and breathing in bed. And that kick-started my journey then to using lots of different holistic techniques to heal myself from the inside out. And I completely cured myself from this illness within around 18 months. And I knew as I went through that time that I'd gone through that for a reason. I'd gone through it to find my soul purpose. And I wanted to help other people in the same way, whether it be to feel healthier and stronger, or just to learn really simple, really effective, holistic, natural techniques just to feel great, but also to look great too. And I took lots of different certifications, and I still do to this day. I mean, even this year I did my certification in human design. Last year I did sound healing, year before Reiki. So all the time I'm a student as well in my learning. But one of my first trainings I did was in relaxation therapy and meditation, and also in yoga. And I was teaching a lot of yoga, meditation, and wellness coaching clients. And I remember when I trained as a yoga teacher thinking, how crazy is it that we learn everything from the neck down, but nothing about the 57 muscles in the head and the neck and the face? And also going back sort of 19 years ago, I was finding people were coming to my yoga classes and they were getting stronger and toned in their body when they're coming regularly. They were leaving the classes feeling really calm and relaxed. But more and more, I was noticing people were saying, oh, what about my face? I wish I could lift my face. I wish I could tone my face. I wish I could do yoga for my face. And I had trained in facial massage at that point, and that was really to give treatments for people, but I wanted people to be able to do it themselves. So I combined all my trainings. I did a lot of research into the face and the muscles and the bones and the lymphatic system and the circulatory system and all of this, and looked a lot at traditional techniques, particularly from the East. And what I then did is I put together a program, which I used to trial with my clients. I used to do little bits at the end of my yoga and relaxation classes. And I honed this technique. And then, to cut a long story short, 19 years on, nearly 20 years on, I've been lucky enough to teach millions of people around the world. I have 2 best-selling books. I've been on all the major TV shows in the UK. I've been in international press, probably over 500 different types of press. I've got a podcast, a very successful YouTube channel, over 1 million followers across social media. I've got award-winning skincare line. Of course, we do the teacher training course. We do a gua sha teacher training course. I work with big brands all the time. I speak on stages worldwide. I was lucky enough even last week to speak in Reykjavik in Iceland, which, by the way, if you've never been to Iceland, it is stunning. One of the best places I've ever been to. And now we have a wonderful community of thousands of teachers all across the world. And can you believe we have teachers in over 70 countries? I think it's something like 72 countries now, which is just unbelievable to me. So I'm just checking, guys, how you're all getting on. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Face yoga helped. Someone's asked, is it only face yoga or body yoga that's helped me? Well, when I was healing going back 20 years ago, it was everything: mind, body, soul, face. I did holistic techniques for everything. Laura says, amen. Why leave out the head and face? Absolutely. We need to be working this area. Absolutely. And Jules says, looks amazing. I think you're talking about Iceland because it was. Okay, so I want to hear from you in a minute in the chat. If any of this sounds like you, maybe you are a yoga teacher, Pilates teacher, Reiki healer, coach, maybe you're a personal trainer, maybe you're a gua sha teacher, or you might already be one of our face yoga teachers. Maybe you're a beauty therapist, holistic therapist, nutritionist, spiritual coach, teacher, healer, or perhaps you aren't in any of those industries, but you love wellness, you have a desire to help others, you're great with people, you love natural beauty, you have a passion for wellness, you enjoy holistic pursuits, or you just feel that deep desire to want to include more wellness in your career, your business, your job, or your life. So give me a yes in the chat if any of that sounds like you. I'd love to know where you're sort of starting from with all of this journey. Amazing. Oh, that's great. So we got some Kundalini yoga teachers, energy healing. Lovely. This is great. Yay. This is wonderful, wonderful. Already a face yoga teacher. Oh, amazing. Alex says, book the teacher course. Yay, that's amazing. Reiki and Theta healing yoga teacher. This is amazing. Dorota says, I'm not any of them, but very into holistic way of living. Face yoga is calling me recently. Amazing. Would be great to teach other women. Yes, when something's calling you, that's always a really good sign, isn't it? Elizabetta says, enjoy holistic pursuits. We've got a yoga teacher here, teaching for 9 years. Yes, we've got beauty therapists. Amazing, going back into it. Laurie says, yoga teacher. Anita says, sounds great. I'm a yoga teacher. Varna says, doctor, yoga, Qigong and meditation teacher. Yay, yay, yay. Jennifer says, holistic wellness practitioner for 20 years. Lisa's a gua sha face yoga teacher. Amazing, amazing. Victoria has an Instagram profile. I teach people. This is just gorgeous. Everyone here. Maria says, love the all natural approach. Jodie and Tracy says, yoga instructor. Catherine Reiki. Tanula says, yoga teacher. Loads of yoga teachers here. Sophia says, wants to do this for yourself and help people to feel happy and self-confident. Love that. Love that, love that. I'm sorry if I'm saying any of your names wrong, by the way, girl. Everybody. Yuri says, yoga teacher. Yes. Berit says, massage therapist. We've got Marie who does feng shui. This is so lovely. Counsellor, love your approach from a hot Arizona. Diane, I'm sure it's much hotter than here in the UK. We are going into autumn here. Teresa's a nurse, Reiki healer and energy healing. Jules, gua sha teacher. Did the course with Katie Blake. Our course with gua sha course with Katie Blake's amazing. Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you, everyone. I'm not going to say every single one of your names, but keep saying it here because I'm reading it as you go. This is amazing, amazing, amazing. Oh, Hollis, that made me laugh. Vanity. I'm targeting a very specific market. Ladies who lunch. Better living through chemistry. That's amazing. Love, 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 love that. Therapist for 20 years. This is amazing. Honestly, guys, this is just gorgeous. Now, let me tell you, if you decide to teach face yoga, a few ways you can do it. So you can add face yoga to your current business or offering. So loads of you have said in the chat, you already have some sort of holistic beauty wellness offerings. Loads of people do the teacher training course and add those skills into it. So sometimes they may just add a few maybe techniques into an offering that they already have or a class they already teach. Other times they will add face yoga as a big chunk of what they do, or they may decide to make it the majority of their current business. Or you have the option to teach face yoga as a side hustle. So maybe you do something not related to face yoga at all. Maybe you've got a completely different job. Maybe you're a stay-at-home parent, whatever it might be. You can do face yoga as a part-time side hustle if you don't want to do it as your sort of full business. Or you can start a brand new career in face yoga. Lots of our teachers will come having no prior experience or knowledge and then just starting face yoga from the bottom and building up an entire career and business from it. And I've seen that many times very successfully. Or I have had many teachers come along and just take the training course to deepen their own knowledge, because sometimes we feel really called to something. We want to get the certification in it, and then we think, okay, we will then feel our way through this and decide how we're going to do it later down the line. And that's also okay. As I said, I'm a forever student. I often do courses and I don't know how I'm going to add it into my current business when I do the course. I just feel very called to learn that. And then in time, it's shown to me how I want to add it in. It's often not in the way that I thought. So if you're feeling that from an intuitive point of view, then really honour that too. So whatever you choose to do, all you need to do is get your accredited certification. You can do all your study online in your own time, at your own pace. You've got video-based learning, you've got manual-based learning, you've got everything you need on there, and you don't need any prior experience. And like I said, if you decide to get the teacher training course between now and Tuesday, and you can literally buy it now, it is literally open to buy now. You get that call with me, which I've never ever done before. On Tuesday, I'll be able to see and hear you on Zoom, and it's going to be part of a group, but it's going to be quite a small group, and we are going to all be there to help each other. I'm going to answer questions. I'm going to give you so many helpful tips. You're going to get good tips today, but the tips you'll get next Tuesday are really specifically for getting the most out of the teacher training course. I'm going to give you a few marketing tips. I'm going to give you some really good teaching tips. So it's a really, really helpful call that you don't normally get as part of the teacher training course, but it's a special special bonus for you. Amazing. I'm still reading on the chat all your lovely experience or all your reasonings for wanting to be a face yoga teacher. So let me let you know about how life should actually look for a face yoga teacher. I want you, when you teach face yoga, whether you do it as side hustle, main part of your business, whether you just do it for yourself, to have these things. And these things are health, happiness, joy, love for yourself, everything you do and the people that you're teaching, kindness, freedom, which I'm going to give you some really great tips for today, independence, abundance, finance, which we're going to get into today as well, hope. I always think it's nice to have hope for the future. Fun, which again, I'm going to give you some great tips on today. Experiences, travel, choice, being a service, and sharing what you love. So very, very, very exciting, I think. When I really read that list, I feel excited by it. And this is the way that my face yoga career is 90% of the time, because I don't think we can expect it to be that 100% of the time, because that's not real life. 10% of the time, things are tricky, because that is life. And if we don't allow ourselves that little buffer, then I don't think that we're allowing ourselves a full human experience. But if we can come from a place that includes all of that every day, not only do we manifest really great things happening, but we also have so much joy and purpose from our life and our work. Sorry, I'm looking at your questions at the same time. So for next Tuesday, yes, any existing students for face yoga teacher training are more than welcome to come along. Absolutely. It's going to be 6 p.m. BST. It's going to be for 90 minutes. And if you can't make it, or you can only make part of it, don't worry, you will get the recording of it as well. Yes, Jules, you can buy the course now but not start it to the new year. That's the other thing to say, guys. If you buy the course today, you don't have to start. You can start it today and you can complete the course by next week if you want, or you can start it today, complete it in a year or 2 years, or you can buy it today and not even start it till next year. There's so much flexibility in it, because I so believe in freedom and flexibility that that's the way that I want the course to be for you today as well. Sophia says a ripple effect, feeling happy is contagious and positivity all around. Yes, funny you say that, Sophia, because I've used that exact word of being contagious a little bit later on. So yes, you're very connected to what I'm about to say. So we're going to have 3 focuses today, because I want you to get so much value out of today's call. I want to get you to get so much value out of the teacher training. And if you come to the group session on Tuesday next week, there's going to be even more value in there as well. So today we are going to focus on freedom, finance, and fun. Yay. Okay, let's get into it. You may want to grab a pen and paper if you're not already, because we've got a little activity we're going to do in a moment. Next Tuesday, Jules, 6 p.m. BST. That's British summertime, 6 p.m. Okay, let's start with freedom. Now, I would say that freedom is probably one of the biggest values in my life and business. It's the thing which I value the most. And that's probably a big reason why I do what I do, because it gives me freedom. And I love working when I like. And this is what I want for you as well. Teaching face yoga has always given me freedom of hours. So before I had my children, who were 8 and nearly 12, I chose to work mostly evenings, and I loved having my daytimes free. That's what I wanted to do then. Then for the last 12 years since having children, I like to work daytimes. I like to work around their school times. I like to take time in my day every day for self-care. I like to take blocks of time off to focus on myself and my family. And this is what I want for you as well. I want you to have ultimate freedom over the hours you work, the days you work, and even the weeks you work. And teaching face yoga can really allow you to have that. And a little easy hack, which I'm going to just share with you today, is before you start booking yourself with face yoga clients, with classes, events, making content, whatever it is that you would like to do with your face yoga teacher training, I want you to first get clear on your ideal working hours And be honest with yourself with this. Don't worry about what other people think of you. Be honest with yourself. And I want you to use this in two ways. I want you to use this as a manifestation and a boundary. So, for example, say you said to me, Danielle, I would like to work 10 hours per week. That starts to become a manifestation. You're putting it out there, what you want. You're starting to manifest that you're going to get that many hours work. Amazing. But when people are asking things of you which don't fit within those 10 hours, you then set that as a boundary. Now, as a recovering people pleaser myself who used to say yes to everything, even the things that didn't bring me joy, didn't move the needle in my business, didn't really pay very well, weren't really with people I wanted to work with, I used to say yes to everything. And what that ends up being is you end up feeling completely exhausted. You even become a little bit resentful, and you don't feel joy, and you don't make space for new, more aligned opportunities to come in. So setting boundaries is so important. Okay, so let's do a little activity. Now, what I'd love you to do with this is write this down in your notebook on your piece of paper, but if you feel like you can, pop it in the chat as well, because the more we can share as part of a community and the more that you can actually put those words down and give yourself accountability, the better. So if you can put it in the chat too, that would be great. What I want you to write down in just one sentence is when you would ideally like to work. So you might want to write down hours or days or particular weeks. Ideal scenario. I want you to write that down on your piece of paper. If you pop it in the chat as well, that'd be great. I'll give you about a minute to do that. Just one sentence. Okay, so if you haven't yet written down when you'd like to work, I'll give you a little bit longer. I'm going to read out some of the answers that I'm seeing because these are amazing. So we have got Monday to Friday, 1 till 3. We have got November. We have got mornings. We have got mornings up until early afternoon. We've got 4 days a week, 10 till 3. We've got daytime 3 days a week. We've got weekdays. Daytime would be perfect. Got 4 hours a day. We've got between 11 and 5 Monday to Friday and have at least 6 weeks off during the year. I think that's great. We've got 2 hours, 4 days a week. We have got every day. We've got 3 days a week. We've got afternoon or weekends. Like to work the winter months and earn enough to pay for summer travels. Love that. 3 hours a week, 25 hours a week. I want to hold ladies' luncheons and girls' nights out. Amazing, amazing. 9 till 12, 2 hours, 3 days a week. I'd like to work mornings, 4 days a week, 3 till 8, 3 times a week. Perfect. 20 hours, amazing. 4 days from 9 till 6, or 9 till 4, I think that is. Monday to Thursday, 9 till 4, preferably during the day, but flexible, 3 days a week, 10 till 6. I love how specific these are, guys. This is the best manifestation and the best boundary. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Deb says, freely around my yoga teaching and day job, hopefully my holistic offerings take over my day job. Amazing. This is great. Nighttime, this is amazing. Weekdays, 12 till 2, Monday to Friday. I'd love to be free in the mornings. This is great, guys. I love this. Use this as your starting point. I love that sort of reverse engineering. This is how I do things. I start off thinking, what do I want? And then that gives you the idea of how you want to build it up. Because if you say, okay, I want to work, and I'll give one example as somebody says, I want to work morning until lunchtime. So you just want to work mornings. Well, therefore, when you're starting to have conversations with people about teaching classes for them or you're taking on clients, you say, I work mornings, and that's it. You stick to that boundary, but also you put it out there and say to people, I'm available all mornings. Any mornings you like, I'm available. So it's working both ways, but you've got that boundary and that manifestation. Amazing, amazing. Okay, and the other great thing about freedom is you can work where you like. So over the years, I have taught all over the country. I live in the UK. I've done many places and on stages worldwide. I have taught, and this is just some examples. You can imagine in 20 years of teaching, I've taught in lots of places. I've taught in spas on tropical islands. I've worked with big brands. I've taught on TV. I've done clinics in London at Harley Street. I do, like today, I'm working at home at my desk, from my sofa in my garden, by swimming pools, in the library. I wrote my first book in the public library. I've gone and taught in people's houses, in groups and one-to-one. I've taught on yoga retreats, in yoga studios. I've done beauty salons. I've worked in hairdressing salons, teaching face yoga. I've worked, of course, more admin type work for my business in cafes and writing and creating. I was creating this webinar on the aeroplane last week on the way back from Iceland, where I was teaching face yoga. So it just shows how you can do and work and create and teach in so many areas. And a nice easy hack with this, and I find this really helpful, is decide if you're a variety person or a routine person. Then plan where you like to work around that. For example, if you say, right, I'm a routine person, I would recommend choosing 1 or 2 places to work and stick with those so you know where you are each day. But choose places that feel really soulfully aligned, that really light you up, really feel right for you. So let me give you an example of that. If you're a routine person, you may say, I want to teach my face yoga in this holistic therapy centre, and that's the one place I want to be teaching. And then whenever I'm planning classes, doing my admin, creating, making content, whatever, I always want to work from a lovely little desk in the corner of my bedroom overlooking the garden. So that might be your 2 places if you're a routine person. Or if you're like me and you like variety, I like to change where I work according to my goals, my lifestyle, how I'm feeling that day. I like every day to be different. And that's also okay. So I actually want variety. Not one of my days looks the same as the next day. So let's do a little activity. And you might have already done this. I can see some of you popping up on screen. Put it up on screen or write it down in your book, or do both ideally. Use your intuition. Write down one word, whether you're a variety person or a routine person. Pop in the chat as well. It's be really interesting for me to see if you're variety or routine. There's neither are better than the other, by the way, just to put that out there. Both are really great and really valid. But once we've got that awareness of ourselves, we can then choose places that are really aligned for us. Amazing. Marie says, not good feng shui to work in the bedroom. Yes, I never work in bed. I know what I said. I said have a desk in your bedroom. Just a little example. Some people don't have the place in their house to have a proper office area, but I do agree with you on that. Okay, so let's have a little look. So we've got variety, routine, variety, love that, variety, routine, can be both, yeah, routine, both, variety, yes, amazing, routine. This is great. It's about half and half, guys. Some people are saying a bit of both, but this is just absolutely amazing. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Love that. Right, make sure you've got that written down, because this is going to help you when you start your face yoga teacher training. And just a little reminder, I'll get Marie to pop it up there. But if you do want to get the teacher training, and if you want to get it straight away, remember you get that free bonus call with me, which is super exciting next week. Okay, next part of freedom is work with who you like. Now, this is something as well I know from experience. When I try to be everything to everyone and try to be a people pleaser and try and market what I do to everybody and try to make my offerings for everybody, and even though it's important to be inclusive, I really believe in that, I do think it's much better to connect with, to talk to teach your soulmate client. So these are the people who you energetically connect with, and they energetically connect with you. I now don't try and be everything to everybody. So just like with friends, there can be some people who you really get on with and you want to spend loads of time with, and other people you meet and you're kind to them and you've got some form of relationship with them, but they're not going to be your best friends. And it's the same with clients. So now every class I teach, every video I make, every email I send, every social media post I do, every new service or product I make, every offering are all for my ideal client. Now, what you can do is you can make a complete avatar of your ideal client, which I've done before, which is really interesting. And this is something, actually, I've got a soul purpose business course, which is which is a business course, which allows you to learn more about your goals, and really good if you want to learn more about social media and marketing. And within that, I talk to you about how to understand who your soulmate client is, but we'll do a mini version of that today. So my soulmate client, just giving you an example of this, my soulmate client, particularly for doing the teacher training course, this is who is the right person to do the teacher training course. And this is who I made the teacher training course for. So someone that wants to learn how to naturally lift and tone and smooth the face, someone that's passionate about helping others to look and feel their best self, someone that wants a holistic approach to wellness and really loves adding to their knowledge, someone that wants to look good on the outside but knows it starts with feeling good on the inside, someone that understands the importance of daily self-care and wants to help other people develop their practice, someone that really wants to gain new knowledge, invest in themselves and add another skill to their toolbox. And also my soulmate client for the teacher training course is someone who loves the idea of supporting others on their journey to wellness. And that feeling really lights them up and fills them with excitement. So that might sound like you. And you might be thinking, Danielle, I am your soulmate client. What I want you to do now is I want you to write down in 3 words, and you can describe either what they like, who they are, what they look like, what they do, or you can do it a little bit more like I've done, like a bit more about their philosophy and their values. I want you to describe your soulmate client, who you want to be teaching with face yoga, in 3 words. Just 3 words. That's all you need to write down. I'll give you a minute to do that. If you want to pop that in the chat, I'd love to see it. It's always really nice to share it with other people. So 3 words. Your soulmate client. So an example might be, if anyone's stuck on this, example might be of your soulmate client, someone who loves beauty, someone that is very into yoga, and someone who is a kind, friendly person. Like that could be it. It could be really general like that. It could be really specific. Oh, you've got even better examples. See, my examples are not that good tonight. They're really not that great. Okay, let me read yours because they are much, much better. Okay, so curious, kind, optimistic, like-minded, coachable, friendly, bright energy, kind, open, hopeful, energetic, caring, empathetic, wellness, holistic, transitional, sisterhood. Someone's got face cancer survivors, lovely. Soulmate client is curious, wants more joy in her life and is kind, sophisticated, urban, public-facing profession, wants to age well naturally, aware of herself, wants to add to her knowledge, yoga student, seeks to age gracefully, wants to teach coachable, enthusiastic, self-care, people into holistic therapies, menopause clients, kind people. Guys, these are amazing, by the way. So good. I feel like I said, better than my examples. These are great. Kind, good energy, wanting to gain self-confidence, ladies who want to lift wrinkles naturally and add a glow without injections, mother, friends who is yoga, take time for themselves and beauty. Love, love, love this. Okay. Let's move on to talking a little bit about finance. And this is a big subject, but I want to just give you a few sort of easy tips that are going to help you with your face yoga teaching. So the first thing I want to say is, when it comes to finance, I really believe we're in a new world. The old paradigm of business, of making money, of finance, of abundance looked like this. It was about, you've got to work long hours to succeed. You've got to hustle hard. You've got to use these contrived sales icky techniques. You've got to worry about the competition out there and like race against the competition. You come from a place of fear and lack, and eventually that leads to burnout. And yes, that paradigm is still around, but I believe there's a whole new wave of people in business and in teaching and in careers and work that are ready for this new paradigm. And I've proven in my own business this works, and I've seen so many of my peers and so many of our face yoga teachers live in this new paradigm way. And the new paradigm is about working smart and not hard. By the way, say yes in the chat if this resonates with you. The new paradigm is about finding your soul purpose. This is about aligned work. This is about building a community. The new paradigm of success is about connecting with your soulmate clients and customers. The new paradigm is about unlimited abundance and knowing there is no cap to abundance in all its forms. Being successful in the new paradigm comes from a place of kindness. Self-care is a high priority. Being of service and living a life of freedom. That is the way that I run my business. And that is the way that I want you guys to do it too. And I know that many of you already are. And if you already are, step into that even more. And if you're not, then welcome to the new paradigm. This is the way that we're going to do business. Definitely. Loads of yeses here. Yay, high fives. Love it, love it, love it. Now, helping others should always be the driving force behind our teaching, but I believe that you can also have unlimited finance and unlimited abundance from your work too. Both are possible. Now, remember, the reason I'm going to say these few things is because I'm now addressing quite a lot of fears I'm sure have popped up when I said those words. You can have unlimited finance and you can also help other people. This is what I want you to remember. People want to pay you for the value you add to them. People want to compensate you for the difference that you make in their life. And something which I've heard people say before is, why would someone want to come to a face yoga session when there's millions of YouTube videos or Instagram posts out there telling people how to do face yoga? Well, this is why. People want to pay for a face yoga session, whether it be a class or whether it be a one-to-one session, because they want accountability, because they want community, because they're paying for your expertise. And remember, you're the one that's done the course, so therefore you are the expert. They want to pay for human interaction, so whether it be on a call like this or whether it be actually in person. People want to pay for individualized attention. People want to come along to a face yoga session for a community, whether it be an online community or whether it be a real life community. And people want to come to face yoga sessions for motivation. And a great example is yoga classes. There are probably hundreds of millions of free videos out there for yoga, but yoga classes and yoga one-to-one sessions are more popular than they have ever been. So actually, I think the rise in the online community is really helping there to be a massive rise in the want for people to pay for classes and people wanting to pay for one-to-one sessions or workshops or retreats or whatever it might be. So they're both rising up together, which I think is so exciting. And I want you to also remember, you deserve to make amazing money. Now, I want to say that, and I know that we've got some men on this call, but we've got mostly women, and we are often not brought up to believe or conditioned to believe that we can make good money and amazing money. But I want you to know that you absolutely can. And abundance comes in so many forms. And yes, it comes in finance, but also I believe true abundance is also abundance of peace, abundance of joy, abundance of love, abundance of service, abundance of community. All of this is abundance, and there's no limit to it. The only limit to it is the limits we put on it. So once we smash through that and realize that abundance is unlimited, it's so freeing. And the way that we get to that is by taking aligned action and listening to your body more than your mind. Your body will guide you. Your mind is like a little monkey jumping around that will always tell you, you shouldn't do that, you're not good enough for that, you can't make money on that. Listen to your body. Your body gives you signs. When something feels right, your body feels excited, it feels expansive, it feels lit up. When something feels wrong, you feel constricted, you feel that sense of really closing in yourself. So that's what I want you to do when you're starting to think about your face yoga teacher training course or your career or your clients or whatever it might be. Listen more to your body, less to your mind. Now, on the call next week that I'm going to do, this lovely bonus coaching call that I'm going to do, I'm actually going to set out a process and actually ask you to do these activities alongside me next week, where you are actually going to set up what your goals are, and I'm going to show you a really great activity to manifest them. And we're really going to lean into the abundance and the finance side of things, because I think this is so important. So if you're thinking, oh, I'm not sure how to do all that, that's what I am going to be doing. And that's one of the big reasons I want to do this group call for the first time ever next week, because I really want to help you through this manifestation process to really manifest and set goals and get what you want out of your face yoga teacher training. And a really lovely hack, which I love, is you visualize the finance you want. So maybe what you want to earn per month or per year. And then what you do is you just raise that just a little bit. So you don't need to double it, you just raise it just a little bit. And that's a good place to start with your manifestation, because often what we think we want to charge for things is often quite a lot lower than what we should charge. So I'll help you with that a little bit next week as well. So let's do a little activity. Now, this is just a very sort of surface level activity, but I do feel it's going to get you started, particularly if you're coming on the call next week. Now, what I want you to do is you might want to write it on screen if you're being very brave, or if you want to write it down on your piece of paper, or both ideally. I want you to write down the number that you would ideally want to earn per year from your work by either fully teaching face yoga full time or by part-time teaching face yoga. So maybe you're adding it to your current work. And if you've got current work and face yoga is going to be part of it, write down the number that you want to earn per year for all of it. So this is your absolute ideal. You may want to raise it just a little bit. I really recommend that. If you want to pop it in the chat, you can, but definitely write it down on a piece of paper. That's how things start to become real, when we actually give ourselves the opportunity to think about it and then we put it pen to paper. I'm such a believer of writing things down. So I'll just give you just 30 seconds to a minute to do that. Okay, take another few sort of 30 seconds or so if you'd like to. And someone is asking, the course I'm doing on Tuesday, yes, that's free as part of your teacher training. So Marie will put the link up for the teacher training. All we need to do is purchase the teacher training. Let me know when you've got it. If you want to get it while we're on the chat, you can. And then you get this coaching call for free. It's a group coaching call, but loads of interactive time. I'll be able to see you and hear you if you want to on Zoom, so you can actually physically ask me questions, and it's going to be amazing. And yes, it's completely free, part of your teacher training course. It's a free bonus I'm giving you. So Marie has put up the link there, so you can literally buy the course straight away. Let's have a look. I said per year, yes. What you would like to ideally earn per year from your face yoga. So this might be teaching face yoga as a side hustle or part-time. This might be teaching it full-time, or this might be what you want to earn overall from everything you do, whatever feels good for you. Amazing. Thank you everyone for putting numbers down. This really is great. So we've got 28k, 200k. I know everybody here is on different, what do you call it? Different monies. What do you call it? I can't even think. I'm on pounds, some people on dollars. Currencies is the word. So one person's 200k might be different from another person's 200k. I've just realised that. So yes, I'm talking in pounds, but I know some of you here are saying dollars. We've got £100,000 dollars, I think. Here, euros. Thank you. That's great when you're writing down the currency. Amazing. Do you know what? That's really interesting, Sophia. And it's so interesting how you wrote there without sounding materialistic. Isn't that interesting that we often feel that we have to start with that? So rather than just writing 100,000 euros a year, we're feeling that sounds materialistic. And that's what I want you to step into here. It's not materialistic. You can be a really good person. You can teach for the highest good of all. You can be in service to other people, but you can still earn good money. So actually, Sophia, I don't think that's materialistic at all. And I think that's really lovely. And you've also written with that to be worry-free and know I can help my children. So you're doing it for your own self-care and for the people you love. So just want to add a little caveat to that really own that. And I love that you've written that down, and thank you for sharing that as well. Thank you, everyone. Look at this. Amazing. We've got so many good numbers here. We are manifesting. Yes, 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 yes. How much is the teach training? So Marie will put up the prices there. I'm going to go through the exact prices of everything in a bit. It starts from 595, so that's UK pounds, 595, but Marie can pop it up for you, but I will go through that later. This is amazing. This is great. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay, so let's go on to something which I love and I'm really stepping into myself. And I have been guilty of not doing enough, I don't think, but I'm really over the last, I think 6 months, stepping into this even more so. And this is fun. And this is something we rarely ever hear. Your work should be fun. Joyful, heart-centered and soul-aligned work is the new paradigm of business. So as I said before, the old outdated way of working hard and burning out is over. It's time for a new era of working smart, but having fun every day. And I mentioned before about using your body as a way to gauge what you want, what feels good and what doesn't feel good. But I also want you to start, by the end of this call, using your body as a measure of the joy and the fun. Be less in your head and more in your body. When something excites you, opens you up, makes you feel big and expansive and joyful and happy, that means it's right for you. When something feels heavy and dark and constrictive, that's not right for you. Now, I want to just talk a little bit about fun, because sometimes feeling fun in our work can feel really exciting and really fast moving. But sometimes fun can actually feel very grounded. It can feel like peace. It can feel like calm moments. Fun can come in hundreds of forms. And I think fun is inspiring, and that word that I mentioned earlier is infectious. So when we are excited, other people are excited. When we feel joyfully calm and present, other people do as well. And you'll find when you start to embody that feeling of fun, you'll instantly get more opportunities, you'll instantly get more clients, and people want to be around that energy. Now, let me just put a little side note to this. Not every work task needs to be fun, but the goal is to have moments of fun every day in and out your work. Now, I am not saying that when you're replying to every email, when you're doing your tax return, or when you're trying to do your admin, it's going to feel the most fun in the world. No, but if you can have just that little moment every day, ideally in your work, but if not, try and find ways to have it outside your work, then that joy starts to become infectious within you and then with the people around you. And I'm reading a really good book at the moment, I'm actually listening to the audiobook, and it's called The Power of Fun. And it's interesting because the author in that book actually says 3 things. She says fun has to be at least one of these 3 things, and that is either playfulness, so you have to feel that feeling of lightheartedness and freedom, or fun has to include something to do with connection, so like a shared experience with someone or something else. Or for something to be fun, it has to have flow in it. So, you know that feeling when you're like fully engrossed and engaged in a current experience. Now, for something to be completely fun, it ideally would be all three of those things. But even if you can just have one of those things and you can bring it in once a day to your life and work, then you are shifting your whole energy. And really, I think this is about reconditioning ourselves and reminding ourselves that work can be fun and can exist in the same hour and the same day, but also at the same time. So you can have fun whilst you're working. And a little hack for you here that I wanted to share before we do our activity. I want you to start taking note of moments in your day and start doing this from tomorrow when you're feeling either playfulness, connection, or flow. You maybe even write it down. You put it in the notes app on your phone or pen and paper, just jot down. That will start to make you aware of when you are feeling joy and fun. And that allows you then to lean into that more and even to have gratitude for that as well. So let's do a little activity. Grab your pen and paper again. So, what one thing can you do tomorrow? So there's going to be two questions here. Let's do the first one first. What one thing can you do in your day tomorrow to make your work and or life feel more fun? Now maybe share that in the chat as well, but write that down. What one thing can you do tomorrow to make your work and or life feel more fun? I love these. Share it in the chat. These are already coming through. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We've already got gratitude. We've already got sharing time with a friend. We've got doing what you love. This is so good, guys. I'll give you about 30 seconds more if you still want to write down your one thing you can do tomorrow to make your work and life feel more fun. And then we'll do the second part of the activity. Yes, I'll repeat that again. It's what one thing can you do in your day tomorrow to make your work or life feel more fun? Treat my youngest son to lunch, daily face yoga, to start strategizing my business from a cafe by the sea. Oh, I love that idea. That's great. Spread love and joy and peace to people who I see. Laugh, take a yoga class, look around at the beauty around me, allow myself to get back to my amazing creativity. This is so lovely. Laugh more, travel worldwide to be more mindful, make others laugh, smile and be more grateful, leverage on my creativity, take a break and breathe. This is amazing. And guys, be inspired by what other people are saying. And you know that feeling where you're like, oh, you know where I'm just going to go back and see who said by the sea. Begonia said, to start strategizing my business from a cafe by the sea. I was like, oh, that feeling then of like expansiveness and joy. And I was like, okay, that's a sign that I need to actually start planning things out and go to a cafe by the sea because that excites me. So take note of what other people are saying, which you suddenly go, oh, yes, that's the thing. Get inspired by the people because sometimes it's hard for those ideas to come solely from ourselves. So this is why being part of this community is so lovely. And when you become a face yoga teacher too, we've got a Facebook community which you can do exactly this with other face yoga teachers. And that's going to be the nice thing about the call on Tuesday. You'll be able to see and hear other teachers if you want to, and interact with them and chat with them and get ideas from them. I love that feeling of being inspired. Gosh, amazing. This is, these ideas are just amazing. Okay, part two of the activity. Pop your ideas in the chat and down on your paper as well. When you visualize your future teaching face yoga, what moment feels most fun? So when you visualize yourself teaching face yoga in the future, what moment, it can be a tiny little soundbite, it can be a tiny little moment, it can be a feeling, it can be a visualizing a place or a person or a group. What feels fun? Okay, write that down. If you want to add that to chat, I'll be quiet for a little moment for you just to think. Okay, write your ideas down. I'm going to read some out in a minute. Before I do, I'm just going to answer a couple of your questions. I know Marie, and go back to the chat because Marie's actually answered a lot of your questions that you've written down there. Someone's asked how to register for the free training on Tuesday. So all you need to do is you need to just book the buy the teacher trainings anytime between now and Tuesday. Sooner the better, because then you're going to get the link for the call. We just send you the Zoom link and you join in. So that's all you do, and it's a free call. It's going to be an hour and a half coaching session. Yes, you will also get it if you buy the Gua Sha course, definitely. You will also able to come if you're one of our current face yoga teachers or you're currently doing the training, absolutely as well. Anita says she wants to do face yoga and gua sha. Is there one I should start with? If you can do the bundle and get both, that's really great to do. But I'd probably say face yoga first, then gua sha if I had to choose. But lots of people do it the other way around. So it's entirely up to you. Someone's asked about installments. So yes, Marie has answered that as well. There are 3 ways that you can pay, and those ways give you options of installments as well. Okay, let me have a look at a few of your answers. Oh, we've got laugh more, travel worldwide, be mindful, want to make others laugh, smile, be grateful, leverage on my creativity, take a break and breathe, meditation. Guys, these are absolutely amazing. Amazing. Walking along the lake, smiling, taking a yoga class. These visualizations are making me so happy. Hopefully they're making you so happy as well. This is amazing. When your student comes and says it was the most amazing class and I'm looking forward to more in the future. The creativity, noticing your impact on others, meeting like-minded people, seeing clients' self-confidence grow. Honestly, these are absolutely beautiful. You are all going to be the best face yoga teachers. Honestly, I want to come to every single one of your classes. Just hearing these things. Happy customers, people bringing more friends, satisfied customers, spreading by word of mouth. Someone saying that your class has helped me now, I look so different now. Seeing people enter sessions when people feel relaxed. Love, love, love this. And do you know what? It's really nice to read this as well, because I'm so lucky that I'm able to hear these things from people when people come to my sessions and classes. But often you don't really, I guess, take it in or feel enough gratitude for it. But hearing you guys say this is just making me think, oh my goodness, yes, it helps people so much, these classes. And I want that for you guys as well, to have these classes where people are feeling so much joy, so much calm, and gaining so much amazing tools. So it's just lovely to hear. Amazing, amazing, amazing. Yes, so Marie is answering about the call. Yes, don't worry, you will get the link straight away. The link is part of the teacher training course. I will make sure that anyone that buys the course between now and Tuesday gets emailed the Zoom link, and you can come along and I'll be able to see you on video and chat, and we'll do loads of stuff. I'm going to talk to you about some marketing stuff as well, how to get yourself out there, how to get clients, because I think that's going to be really helpful too. Okay, this is amazing. Jules says, so rewarding, helping other people to improve themselves and empower them. Yes, yes, yes. Guys, you should be so proud of yourself already. You've already put it out there, aligned it with yourself, affirmed it with other people, and just put it out there to the universe. So this is just amazing. So great. Oh, Deb said, from doing face yoga for about 2 months now, from your videos and others, and doing gua sha, I'm feeling more confident in myself. Deb, that's lovely to hear. Thank you so much for sharing. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the teacher training course now, because we've got loads of questions about it. So hopefully I can answer a lot of these as we go through. I'll also answer any questions you pop up, and Marie is answering lots as well in the chat. So keep an eye out when you see her. So after completing the Face Yoga teacher training course, you are going to feel empowered with the knowledge that you have a full library of face yoga techniques and a complete understanding of the theory, science, and benefits of face yoga in order to really successfully teach your clients. Once you've done the course, you should feel really grounded and confident in how to design a class, run a consultation with somebody, demonstrate face yoga techniques to other people in a way that really helps them with their holistic wellness. And remember, that's so important. And full clarity on your next steps on how to achieve your face yoga teaching goal in a way that really aligns with your soul purpose. And I've actually been planning the intro coaching call that we're going to do next Tuesday. And I was planning it a couple of days ago. And I wrote down something which I'm going to share with you here now, which is actually not on these notes. And I wrote down that an exceptional face yoga teacher is passionate, not perfect. Now I'm going to say that again. An exceptional face yoga teacher is passionate, not perfect. Now, the reason I wrote that down is I know by you doing the teacher training course, you're going to get all the skills and the knowledge and the health and safety and everything you need to know to be a really great teacher. But I've taught enough face yoga teachers over the years to know that so many people have fears that they're not a perfect teacher. They either think that maybe they don't look a certain way, or their skin is a certain way, or their body's a certain way, or they're not confident enough to teach in a certain way, or perhaps people are going to judge them, or they don't feel enough in some way. And what I really believe, and I really want you to take this away from today's call, I'll talk about this more on our call on Tuesday, but an exceptional face yoga teacher is someone who has passion for face yoga and passion to help other people. Please don't ever feel that an exceptional face yoga teacher is someone that fits what you believe a perfect mold is, either visually or with the way they teach. We're all learning, we're all making mistakes, we all have doubts and fears about our confidence. But if we just come from a place of service, wanting to help people and being passionate about what we know and we want to teach, then that is what makes an exceptional face yoga teacher. So I just wanted to say that. I hope that helps somebody out there. Okay, so what's included? So within the face yoga teacher training course, this is what you get. You get training materials you can follow at your own pace. So it's all based around flexible self-paced study, which I think is the best way to learn. I'm so passionate about freedom and flexibility. You get instant access. So if you book the course today, you will get access to the course immediately. You don't have to start it today. You can if you want. You can start it in a year if you want. So it's entirely up to you, but you'll get instant access. You have video-based learning, you have manual-based learning with everything. You have lifetime access to it. So even if you completed the course within a couple of weeks, you may want to go back to it in a year and revisit it all again, and you've got that access. No deadlines, but I do say do a minimum of 12 hours learning. Now, I've had teachers who have literally done their study within 1 to 2 weeks. They've completed the whole course, they've done the assignments, and they have trained within 10 days. Other people have taken their time and done it over a year. It is entirely up to you. I let you choose on that. So you also get guidance from an experienced super trainer. So you will either decide to train with me as your super trainer. So that means basically I do your final practical assignment with you via Zoom at the end, one-to-one, or you pick one of our dedicated super trainers. Now we have hand-picked super trainers. Many of them speak different languages as well. So if you want to learn in a different language, that's really helpful. And you can opt to study with them or me. There's different price options with that. There's also the option of one-to-one training. So it's all self-paced online study. However, we have an option of spending a minimum of 7 hours one-to-one chatting, either in person or just like this, but two of you being able to see each other and going through all of the training with them. So if you feel like you learn better when you've got a one-to-one teacher, you do have that option. We also have a Facebook community where you can reach out to other teachers, you can ask questions, you can share successes, you can get inspiration from them. And one thing I always say is you've got ongoing support. So whoever your super trainer is, if you've got questions throughout your training, ask them. That is what they're there for. And whenever I'm somebody's trainer, I even say to them once we've done our final call, if you have a question in 1 month or 1 year or 10 years time, you can still reach out to me and ask a question. That is fine. You're not just left alone. So even though it's a self-study course, you do have that support and that option to ask questions as you go along and afterwards. You get an accredited certification, which is accredited by the International Practitioners of Holistic Medicine and the International Institute for Complementary Therapists. So it's an internationally recognised certification, which will showcase your skills and your knowledge. Now, you do 2 assignments. You do a short written assignment once you've done your training. You do this in your own time, usually takes between 45 minutes and an hour, and you email that to your trainers. So one of our super trainers or me, and they will mark that for you. Then you do jump on a call at a time which suits you with your super trainer or with me, and that's 1-to-1, and you do a practical assessment. So this is a little mini 10-minute class which you design and you do for your super trainer, and that is to show that you've really been able to put all your skills together and you're able to teach a little class. And then you get the remainder of that, what's usually about a 30-minute call, to chat to your super trainer or to me, whoever it is that you've chosen, and to ask any questions. And it's, I think, one of the best parts of the training. And you also get a diploma to show you're officially qualified in face yoga, and that's usually emailed to you within a day or 2 of completing the course. And you also get listed on our website as a certified teacher and go into our database so people from all around the world can find you. So just to say, everyone, as you're asking questions, please check the chat as well, because Marie, it just says M. So Marie is answering questions there as well. So even though she can't directly sort of link to your question, have a little read through, because it is all on there as well. But I'll check through in a minute as well, so don't worry. You will learn facial exercises in the course, of course, facial massage, facial acupressure, facial energy work, facial relaxation, teaching tips, safety guidelines, the science behind face yoga, anatomy and physiology. Don't freak out about that part. I promise you it's easier than you think. Business tips and teaching guidelines. Now, let me tell you about the course prices in a moment. Where are they? Course prices are down there. I'll show you that bit in a minute. Let me just quickly tell you about the call, and then I'll go down to this, which says the prices. So as I said earlier, we never do discounts of our teacher training, just because I believe so deeply that our course is such amazing value, and it's in fact one of the best value on the market, and we barely changed the price. We have upped it a little bit for 12 years. So it's still absolutely amazing value. But for the first time ever, I'm doing a free group live introductory Zoom call on October the 1st. So that's next Tuesday, 6 p.m. BST, with everyone that books the course in the next 6 days. And current teachers, yes, come along too. And if you book the Gua Sha course, happy for you to come along on that too. And you'll get a recording of this course as well. So if you think, I really want to do the teacher training, I really want this coaching session, but I can't make next Tuesday, don't worry, I will send you the next day the recording of it. So what this call is going to have, I'm very excited about it, because we're going to have lots of Q&A time. I'll be able to see you on Zoom and you can actually ask me in voice, unlike today where we have to do just the chat. Tips on getting the best from the course, hacks to be an exceptional teacher. So we're really going to go deeper than we went today. I'm going to give you some really handy tips on marketing yourself, and we're going to do some really cool visualization, manifestation, goal setting activities so you can have your best career and life ever. So get the course in the next 6 days. So you can literally buy it now if you want to. You can do it tomorrow, but sometime between now and Tuesday. And don't forget, you can start the course whenever. So even if you buy it today, you don't have to start the course straight away. You can start it next month or next year if you want to. So let me tell you the prices here, and then I'm going to come off the big screen here, come onto the big screen, other way around, yeah, and then I can answer some of your questions. So distance learning with the super trainer is £595. So we're talking British pounds here. One-to-one training, you can do that in video call or person, so you get all the same access to self-study course as everyone else, but you also spend 7 hours one-to-one with one of our trainers. We have got this 695 distance learning with me. So this is all self-study, but all you do at the end with me is do the 30-minute one-to-one Zoom call. Distance learning, face yoga and facial gua sha. So we also have an accredited gua sha course, which is developed by me, by Katie Brindle from the Hey You method, and by Katie Blake, who's our main trainer for that. And you can do that for 1190. And so Katie will basically be your super trainer for face yoga and your super trainer for facial gua sha. And I cannot tell you how amazing Katie is. Now, if anybody knows Katie, if they've trained with either face yoga or gua sha with her, let us know in the chat. How amazing is Katie? She is so good. And if you want to do distance learning face yoga with me, so like I'm your trainer for face yoga and then Katie's your trainer for gua sha, it's 1390. So all of these actually give you a full certification and include the free complimentary group call next week. And all of them, of course, include the one-to-one Zoom call with your trainer as well as part of the course. So that's always been part of the course, but I'm giving you this extra group hour and a half bonus. Okay, so Jules said Katie's amazing. Highly recommend the gua sha course. Okay, so let me see if I can go full screen. Let me have a little look here. Oh, screen stop share. There you are. You don't want to see all my all my things on my screen there. Okay, let me bring the chat back up again. Okay, let me go to the questions and you can ask me any questions. I know Marie is very diligently answering a lot here. Here we go. Okay, so someone's asking what is the difference between the first two. So if you do teacher training with a super trainer, then what you're getting with that is you're getting all self-study, and then you do your written assignment, and then you spend 30 minutes one-to-one on a call with your super trainer. If you decide to do one-to-one with a super trainer, you don't just get a 30-minute call, you get 7 hours of training one-to-one with them via Zoom. So basically, if you're someone that likes to learn with someone actually teaching you face-to-face, that's a good option. If you prefer to study in your own time and just do a final call with your trainer, go for the self-study option. Hopefully that makes sense. How often do you get lessons with either the teacher or Danielle? So when you're doing either of the distance learning options, so either distance learning with a super trainer or distance learning with me, you do all of the core self-study. Obviously, I'm in all the videos and everything, teaching you as though I'm there, but I'm not actually there. You then get a 30-minute call where you do your practical assignment, which takes about 10 minutes. And then you get about 20 minutes or so to chat to either me or your trainer and ask questions face-to-face on video call there. Anita says, with the 7 hours, do you get the same content as you would with the first option? Correct, Anita. You get exactly the same course sent to you, all the same content. The only difference is you get 7 hours face-to-face with a trainer rather than 30 minutes face-to-face with them. Yes, you can request myself as a super trainer, but you need to book the one that says distance learning with Danielle Collins. It's a different price. The other one that says distance learning with a super trainer will give you one of our 20 super trainers, which we've got. And you do get to choose if you would like to, or we can select one which we think is right for you. Louise on my team is just an absolute superstar with being able to match people to the right trainer. We also give you an option so you can look through the trainers and go, you know, that one seems right for me and aligned for me. The cost with me, Marie, can you pop that out? I tell you what. I've got it exactly here because I don't want to do it incorrect. So the cost with me is $795 and the cost with the super trainer is $595. And if you want to do one-to-one training with a super trainer, it is $695. And all of those options, whatever you choose, or if you choose to do the face yoga and the gua sha combined, all of those, you get this extra bonus, never done before, group call that comes on Tuesday where we do loads of extra bits that aren't in the course. Let me have a little look. Just want to make sure I'm answering all your questions here. With this trainer, it's a good question. So with this training, are we able to offer facial yoga massage done on us to the client? No. So what this face yoga teacher training course enables you to do is to teach other people to do face yoga on their own faces. So it's not certifying you to massage someone's face, it's certifying you to teach someone else how to exercise and massage their face. So you are the instructor for them. Okay. Let's have a little look. Let's have a look. Someone's asking, can I switch between options if I start with online with the super trainer and found out I'd rather need a one-to-one? Yes, we do that option. So get yourself the self-study with a super trainer, start with that. And if you suddenly think, I really want one-to-one, I need those extra 7 hours, just email us. So you'll get the email that you need to email us, info@faceyogaexpert.com, and Louise is always at the end of those emails, and she will then just upgrade you. You just pay the extra £100 and she will upgrade you for that. Can you do one-to-one classes or group classes or retreats? Yes. So when you do the teacher training course, you are then certified to be able to teach other people face yoga either on a one-to-one basis or in groups. So those groups might be regular weekly classes. Those groups might be one-off workshops. Those groups might be as part of retreats. Those sessions might be in person. Those sessions might be online. You are certified to do all of that. Okay, let's have a little look. Other questions coming through. Yes, Jana, do you have learners from different countries? We do. We have teachers who have done the course from 72 different countries, which is amazing. And lots of our super trainers do speak different languages. So if you speak a language that isn't English, then ask when you book the course and Louise links you to the right super trainer, just let Louise know. She will help them put you with a trainer that speaks the same language as you. We don't have all the languages covered, excuse me, but we have quite a few. Let's have a look. Okay, got some new messages coming through. Oh, lovely, lovely. Right. Do people combine face yoga and other healing modalities? Absolutely. I would say that, oh, it's hard to put a percentage on it really, but a good chunk of our teachers do face yoga and just face yoga. But then another good chunk add other modalities into it as well. So we have got yoga teachers that add face yoga as part of their offerings, maybe as part of their yoga classes or as part of workshops or retreats or as standalone sessions to their clients. We have beauty therapists, we have holistic healers, we have personal trainers, we have I can think of so many hundreds of different examples. But we've also got people that do the course that come from no experience at all, so are completely coming into this new. Let's have a look. Can we teach face yoga, teach training to others after getting certified? So in order to do that, you have to become one of our super trainers. Now, our super trainers, we tend to handpick and then you do an extra course afterwards. So that's sort of like a conversation to have after you've done the teacher training course. Earnings from a course. I don't really understand. Sorry, I don't understand that question. Meaning earnings from a course. I'm not sure what that means. Maybe if you could rewrite that one, that'd be great. Wonderful. Right, let me have a little look. We've got some more questions on here. I'm going to try and ask. And don't forget, if you've got particular questions about how to get clients and how to teach face yoga and business, obviously a lot of that is covered in the course. But this is why I'm doing this extra bonus group course on Tuesday at 6 o'clock, because then it gives you the chance to really delve into that deeper and ask me any questions, etc. So let me have a little look. I need to scroll back. There's so many just lovely, lovely questions. Hope I haven't missed any. If there's any other ones, pop them up now for me. Even if you want to rewrite them and I haven't answered them, just because they're getting lost in all of the other questions. Let me see. Here we go. Okay, thank you for rewriting that. How much can one charge for a course? So I'm thinking that you mean when you've taken the teacher training course, how much can you charge clients for your classes? Now, there's something here which is what I call the magic wand technique. And I always say, if you could wave a magic wand, how much would you be earning for each session that you earn? And then work it back from there. So say you say to yourself, I want to earn £100 or £200 from a class or a workshop. And I'm just saying a random number here. And then you reverse engineer that. So you say, okay, so I'm going to have 10 people. Okay, so therefore they need to each be paying this amount of money for it. And that's how much I'm going to charge. And I might need to hire a room. So I need to take that money off. So really you want to start from knowing how much you want to earn from it and then take it back from there, like break it down from there, because there's no exact amount that you should be charging your clients and customers, to be honest with you, because so many things vary as part of this. So it really depends how much traveling you have to do to get there, whether you have to hire a room, where you live in the world, so many what other outgoings you've got, so many different factors are part of it. But I also believe in gut instinct pricing as well. And like I said, go with your gut instinct pricing and then raise it a little bit, because usually we undercharge for these things. Deb says, can you do face yoga and then gua sha and vice versa? Absolutely, Deb. So go ahead and book, for example, the face yoga course, and then whenever you're ready, whether it's halfway through your face yoga course or at the end or in a year's time, you can just book the gua sha course. So completely fine, you can book them whenever you like. Do I teach Reiki as well? So in terms of, are you asking for the teacher training course or personally? If so, I guess the answer is yes for both. So within the teacher training course, we're not doing any straightforward Reiki in there, because it would make it far too much of a long course, because Reiki is a whole course in itself. But I do talk a little bit about energy work in there, which is very much inspired from my training of my level 1, level 2 Reiki that I've done. Now I bring Reiki actually into so much of what I do. I even did a little bit of self Reiki before I did the session today. So I always feel like there's Reiki energy around me and flowing through me. And yes, within workshops and when I teach at retreats and things like that, I'll bring a little bit of Reiki into it too. Okay, after how long of doing face yoga can you see a difference on your face? How often do you need to do the face yoga every day and how long? Now, this might be a question that you get asked from your clients quite a lot. And the answer really is that results vary from person to person. Everyone is so different when it comes to face yoga. Some people will see results in a day or two, other people it will take more like a month or two. And there's lots of factors that are part of this. Age is, of course, one of them, but actually lifestyle plays a huge part in it as well. So living a healthy lifestyle gets results much quicker. But I think the biggest thing that makes a difference is consistency and doing something every day. So when you're doing the teacher training course, and I'll give you some tips next Tuesday in the introductory course about this, actually, about how best to study and in what order to do your study. But one thing I definitely recommend is doing a bit of face yoga every day for yourself. And by doing a little bit every day for yourself, you are starting to get to know the techniques so well, hone those techniques on yourself. You'll start to see results in yourself. And like I said, you're not looking to be a perfect face yoga teacher, but it's always nice when you see the results on yourself. But you're so much more confident as a teacher if you know these techniques because you're doing on a daily basis. So another question, how do you know whether you're doing the exercises the right way? For example, applying the right pressure with your fingers or on your face. Now, something I really reiterate a lot, and again, as a face yoga teacher, I definitely recommend you do this as well, is to say to people to work to their own level with everything. Everyone is their own best teacher. We can't feel what someone else is feeling. And even if we were touching their face, we are not sure whether that is too light or too heavy for them. So this is what I always do in classes and sessions. I remind people to work to their own level. I ask them to be very intuitive with the pressure. And I normally err on the side of doing things light to medium touch rather than harder touch, just to be a little bit more on the safe side. But generally, a light to medium touch works well. But if intuitively, for example, if you're doing a temple acupressure point, you're going light to medium at first, but if it feels like you want to start to press a little bit harder, that is what your body's intuitively asking you. That's what you should do. How long should you do face yoga for every day? 10 to 15 minutes. Absolutely. So a core part of the course is the 10-minute upper face and 10-minute lower face workout. That sort of form the core of a lot of your teaching. So if you can do that every day, or maybe 10 minutes one day, 10 minutes the other day, that would be great. Let's have a look. I would love to offer a short face yoga session at office on the mental health day, October the 10th, but I have to pass a practical exam October the 5th. Can I start the offering now? How long will it take to take the exam and how will I know I passed? So what I'd recommend, get the course today, do your study this week, but straight away, as soon as you got the course today, drop Louise tonight or tomorrow, today or tomorrow, an email, info@faceyogaexpert.com. Tell her you've just booked the course. Ask her if she can link you with your super trainer straight away, and you need to do the exam on October the 5th. She will find a super trainer that can do it on October the 5th. So tell her you've spoken to me and tell her that I've said that you can absolutely do that. So therefore, you can get everything done. It'll just mean you've got quite a busy week and a half of pretty intense studying, but if you're up for doing that, absolutely. So Louise can definitely help you with that. Morning, evening, both times or 3 times, you need to do it every day. It doesn't matter with face yoga whether you do it in the morning or the evening. The best thing I'd recommend for yourself and when you're telling your clients is to get into a regular routine. So whenever suits you. Evening suits me because I have more time. My mornings are so busy with my children, so that's why I like to do it in the evening, but that's not because it's better for face. Consistency is more important than time in the day. And Maria's put up Louise's email there, info@faceyogaexpert.com. So just you can buy the course, and then if you just let Louise know that you want to get it done quickly, you can do that. Okay guys, any other questions? If not, I hopefully will see you on Tuesday. Any of you that are coming to that, I say hopefully like I'm not going to be there, but I will be there, but hopefully you will be there, and I'll be able to see your lovely faces if you want to put your cameras on and if you want to speak to me in person as well next Tuesday. Really, really lovely, and it's always so nice to connect with you. I know it's only on the chat, but just chatting to you is so nice, and I hope also you've just found some helpful tips today, whether it be for your teacher training course or for your face yoga teaching in general, or just for life in general. Hopefully you can just take away those tips to feel more freedom, feel more positive about your finance, and more positive about bringing fun into your life day to day, even if you do nothing else after this. Just try and embody that freedom, finance and fun as much as you can. Thank you so much, everyone. I'm so excited for you all to become face yoga teachers. Sending you lots of love, and I will send the recording to you in the next, either tomorrow or the next day if you want to re-watch it, and also I'll send all the slides as well if you want to go back through any of those activities and points. Thank you so much, everyone. Take care. Bye bye.